welcome to episode 4 of my series, The Perfect Pokes. And I think by now you probably all know what a poke cake is. It's a very moist cake and it's so good. You keep it in the refrigerator. It's baked in a 9 by 13 inch pan. You poke holes in it. It has something, depending on what you're making, that you fill the holes with. You put a topping on it, and oh, it's to die for. So, for those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Dolores, better known as the Baking Diva. So welcome, and I hope you'll come back. And if you like what you see today, go down below and hit that red subscribe and the little bell till it says all. And that's it. You're a subscriber and you'll get a notification the next time I have a video up. Those that have been following me on this baking journey of mine, I just want to say once again, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. So what do you say we get started? Let's get started! So today I am making for you a Fruity Pebble poke cake. That's right. Do you know what Fruity Pebbles are? You know, that delicious Fruity Pebble fruit flavored cereal that both young and old alike love. That's right. This is going to be a vanilla cake with Fruity Pebbles in it. And oh, we're going to have this custard-like filling in the holes and a Fruity Pebble whipped topping, and you are gonna love it. So let's get started. Enough blabbing. So you're gonna use either a hand mixer or a stand mixer. I have my stand mixer here, so I'm going to use that. And you're gonna preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now to make these poke cakes, you need a 9 by 13 inch baking pan. I've used a glass one. Today I'm going to use this one. But a 9 by 13 baking pan is what you need. And you're going to prepare it. You're going to spray it. I like to spray mine with a non-stick spray that has flour in it. There's a couple of different kinds you can use. So this starts out with a bit of a hack, and that's why these cakes are so easy. Many of them start out with a boxed cake mix. So this one is going to start out with a vanilla cake mix, not white, vanilla. And I always put the recipe down below in the description box for you, so I'll do that for you today too. So what you're going to do to start out is you're going to put your dry cake mix into your mixing bowl, and then you are going to follow the directions on the back of the cake mix box. So basically you're baking a vanilla 9 by 13 cake. So let me get the dry mix in here in my bowl. And you're going to follow what the box tells you to put in. So it's 3 eggs. I have everything pre-measured for you here. 3 eggs. A half a cup of vegetable oil. I happen to be using canola oil, which is fine. And we're going to put in a cup of water. Ooh, let me get it over there. Woo, I did it. I actually did it without making a mess. Okay, and you're going to turn your beater on. You're going to mix this till it's well combined. And don't forget to always scrape the sides of your bowl, like, you know, halfway through, and then continue mixing it so you get everything combined. So let me turn this baby on, let me mix it off camera, and I'll be right back to show you what we do next. Don't go away. This is all well combined, so let me take the beater off here, move this over to the side a little bit. Alrighty, and well, you know, does the diva lick the batter? What do you think? Of course I do. I always lick the batter. Want to taste? It's good. All right, I'll put this aside over here. Now, to your vanilla cake batter, you are going to add, you're going to fold in with a spatula, 1.5 cups of your Fruity Pebbles cereal. Now, Fruity Pebbles cereal comes plain like this, just regular Fruity Pebbles, or now they have one that's Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows. Do not use that one. Just use the plain Fruity Pebble one. Love these colors, beautiful. So that's 1. I'm gonna dump that right in there, and then 1/2. Imagine how pretty that's gonna look inside the cake. Oh yeah, all right. Trust me, both grown-ups and kids alike will love this cake. I mean, if you like Fruity Pebbles cereal, you're gonna love this. So as you can see, I'm just gently folding it in, and you're gonna have beautiful rainbow colors. Look at that inside your mixing bowl. Then what I'm gonna do is put this in my prepared 9 by 13 inch pan. Now I'm not going to bake it as per the directions on the cake mix box. I'm gonna bake this in my 350-degree oven for approximately 17 to 22 minutes. Check it at the 17-minute mark with a toothpick, and if it comes out clean, you'll know it's done. Otherwise, bake it for a few minutes. So this looks pretty well combined to me, and I have my prepared 9 by 13 pan, so I'm going to put my batter in here. Whoopsie. It looks delicious already. We haven't even baked it yet. Oh yeah. So I'm going to put this in the oven, and when it comes out, I will be back and I'll show you what we do next. And that's the fun part, where we get into the poke, poke, poke. And I will tell you, if you have children or grandchildren, make this Fruity Pebbles poke cake with them. Get them involved and let them help you. They will love it. So I'll be right back. Okay everyone, I'm back, and here is the baked cake. It took 20 minutes in my oven. Now, here comes the fun part where we poke, poke, poke. Now, you want to poke your cake while it's still warm, okay? So I would say give it about 5 minutes or so out of the oven. Now you can take the handle of a wooden spoon, or I happen to have a spatula here, but it's a similar type handle. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the handle of your spoon, and you're going to start poking rows of holes across the top of the cake. So let me start doing one row, and then I'll hold the cake up and you can see what I did. So this is the fun part. Let your kids help you. So we're going to do poke, go all the way down. You don't want to wait till this is cool, and I'll tell you why later. Poke, poke. Let me see. I think I'll probably do about, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably you can do maybe about 6 in a row. I don't know if you can see this. I'll try to hold it up. But you're just going to basically poke your holes, and then we're going to do another row. You just leave a little space. I'll show you. Poke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you see how I'm poking these? I think you can get an idea of it. And I'm going to continue poking them in rows until I get to the end. And once I do, wait till you see what we're going to do next. So let me poke. Poke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't have to be exactly 6. It depends on the handle of your spoon. But this is working out fine for 6. And as I mentioned earlier, if you like Fruity Pebbles, you're gonna love this cake. Great combination of this vanilla cake and custardy feeling, and oh yeah. So let me hold this up. I pretty much have all the holes. There you go. Can you see what I did here? I have the holes poked throughout the entire cake. Now you say, Diva, what are you gonna do next? Well, let me show you. I have a can of sweetened condensed milk. This happens to be Eagle brand. sweetened condensed milk. You are going to pour this entire can over the top of the cake. You want to get all of those holes filled up with this condensed milk. So let me start doing that now. It couldn't be any easier. I mean, really, look at this. Come on. Okay, we got to get it started. So we're just going to go over the cake. Now, once I finish covering this cake with the condensed milk, I'm going to put it aside and I'm going to let the cake cool. And while it's cooling, it's going to be absorbing all this delicious condensed creamy milk into the cake. So you're just going to cover the entire cake. Make sure you get your holes filled up. They don't have to be filled up to the top. But you get the idea. Use your entire can and just do this. So what did we really do so far? Not much. We baked a cake from a boxed cake mix. We added Fruity Pebbles to it. And now I'm topping it with this entire can. And this happens to be, let me think. I think it's a, oh, I can't read it. I don't know, I'll put it in the recipe. I think it's a 14-ounce can, but I'm not sure. So anything that's left over, get out with your spoon. Okay, I think I got almost everything in there. Looking good. Okay, now I'm gonna put this aside to cool. And if you want, you can take your spatula and you can just smooth this over the top of the cake. In case you missed any of the little pokes in there. These poke cakes come out. I haven't had a bad poke cake, really. They're always good because they're moist, like a bundt cake. They're moist and oh, they're yummy. So, alrighty. Okay, let me put this aside to cool and I'll be back and show you what we do next. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. So I put the cake aside, the warm cake, that I poured the sweetened condensed milk over it, and I have the cake now, the warm cake, absorbing that milk. So while that's happening, I am taking here 1 tablespoon of cold water and 1 teaspoon of unflavored gelatin. This is just Knox original unflavored gelatin. I think you get like 4 little envelopes in this packet. So I just took a teaspoon out. Now I'm going to sprinkle this teaspoon of the gelatin on top of the water. You can use a small dish. There we go. And I'm going to let it sit until it hardens. It's going to solidify. So let me put that aside. And while that's happening, take a 1/2 cup of your Fruity Pebbles cereal, put them in a Ziploc bag, and do what I did. I did it beforehand. Take anything your little heart desires, whether it's a rolling pin, a spoon, whatever, and you want to break up the Fruity Pebbles, the 1/2 cup of them, so they're almost like maybe, I don't know, breadcrumbs or something of that nature. And I'll put this aside. So once this gelatin hardens in there, and it's already hardening now, it's not going to take very long. What happens is the water absorbs the gelatin and it hardens in here. Once it gets hard, I am going to, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to put this back. I'm going to put it in the microwave for maybe 8 to 10 seconds. Until it liquefies again. I know it's crazy, but that's what we have to do for our topping. So let me put that aside. Meanwhile, you're going to need your mixer again, so I just rinsed out my bowl. And in here, I'm going to put, and it's great if you can use a cold bowl. I'm going to put in my mixing bowl 1.5 cups of heavy cream. So let me get that in there now. You're going to love this, trust me. Let me put my other 1/2 cup in. Alrighty, here we go. Woo! This is a miracle. Making something and I didn't make a mess so far. Knock on wood. Oh, this is granite, but anyway, knock on wood. Okay, let me put my box of gelatin. I only use like a half an envelope, so you'll have like 3½ left, all right? And let me see, did this harden yet? Not yet, almost hardened. Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna raise my bowl, and I'm going to start whipping my heavy cream now. For about 1 to 2 minutes on maybe medium speed until it starts to look like whipped cream. So here we go. I put my solid water and gelatin into the microwave for about 10 seconds. Now it's turned to liquid again, so I'm going to slowly add it to the heavy cream and keep mixing. You're going to keep slowly adding the gelatin in there until peaks start forming in the heavy cream. Now once peaks start to form, I'm going to add a ½ cup of confectioner's sugar to that. I'm going to raise my speed of the beater to like medium high and keep whipping it till nice peaks form. Okay, the peaks have started to form, so I'm going to add in my ½ cup of confectioner's sugar, and then I'm going to continue beating it on a medium-high speed. All right, looks good to me. I see a lot of peaks formed in there. Let me take my beater off. Okay, move this out of the way. And I am not going to lick this one. I licked the other one. One is sufficient for the day. And plus I don't want to waste any of this delicious whipped cream. Alrighty. Love whipped cream. Alright, so this is all done. Now I'm going to take the ½ cup of the Fruity Pebbles that I crushed up into little crumbs, and I'm going to add them to my whipped cream. I'm going to fold them in with my spatula. Let me get those in there. Okay, let me just fold them in. Oh, looks so pretty, look. Woo! So I hope you're all doing something nice on this beautiful Sunday. The weather here in New Jersey is just gorgeous. It's sunny but not too hot. Nice little breeze. Went to one of my grandson's soccer games this morning, and it was beautiful, beautiful weather. The sun was a little warm, but it was beautiful. All right, so I have blended in, as you can see, my crushed Fruity Pebbles into my whipped cream. Now I'm going to bring on over my cake that the condensed milk has been soaking into. Let me move this heavy thing out of the way. Okay, and this is cool by now. Cool and sticky. And I'm going to put this yummy looking rainbow whipped cream on the top of this cake. Oh my goodness. Now I will tell you, poke cakes need to be refrigerated. Now many poke cakes I make the day before, and I keep them in the refrigerator overnight. They always seem to come out better that way. If you can't do that, make it ahead and at least try and keep it in the refrigerator for a few hours. But if you happen to have any leftovers, and that's if you do, the cake has to remain refrigerated. So, oh, look how pretty this looks. Oh my goodness. So let me smooth this on the top of the cake, and I'll definitely take a picture. Now I know I usually do a taste testing for all of my cakes and baked goods, but I haven't been each time for these poke cakes because of the fact that they need to be refrigerated. And if I refrigerate them overnight, usually I try to get my video up, and I don't always like to wait till the next day to finish the video. So if I get this in the refrigerator now, I may be able to do a taste testing for you in a little while. So it does look pretty. Let me just catch the corners here, smooth it, and I'll hold it up and give you an idea of what it looks like. Moist, moist, and delicious. Okie dokies. Look at that. Oh yeah. And what a great hack to be able to start out with a box cake mix. So as I mentioned before, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go down and hit that red subscribe and the little bell, gray bell next to it. It's a notification bell. It's free, and you just get a notification when my new video is up. And I'll give you a little bit of a hint. Might have something to do with Elvis Presley, but I'm not sure yet. So you'll have to come back to see. Alrighty, so let me hold this up, and then I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and hopefully I'm going to see you later. Look at this. Oh boy. Isn't that awesome? So don't go away. I'll be back. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm back. As most of you know, when I make my poke cakes, I like to make them ahead, and I like to keep them in the refrigerator overnight. Now, there are a few exceptions. There's a few cakes that I make that I don't, but the majority of them are best made the day before and kept in the refrigerator overnight. And if you can't do that, at least try and keep them in the refrigerator for, 4 to 6 hours. And they just taste better that way. So I wanted to do this the right way. So it's morning, and this is what the cake looks like when I took it out of the refrigerator this morning. It has that Fruity Pebble whipped cream mixture on the top. And I know most of you have said to me, oh, we miss you cutting it. We miss you tasting it. So that's why I figured I'd come back this morning and do it this way. So let's get on with this. Let me cut. I'm using this because it's hard to get out the corner piece. I'm going to cut a piece of it in the corner right here. This should do it. And let's see what this baby tastes like. Should be able to get the corner one out with this. I hope. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks good. I see all the little colored Fruity Pebbles inside. Look at that. This is the end piece. I'll hold it up for you. And I will put a picture in the video for you. But now it's time to taste this baby. Let's see. It has that Fruity Pebbles taste or not. I can see it's moist inside from that condensed milk we put in there. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh my goodness. This is extremely moist. It almost tastes like it has a little pudding mixed through it from that condensed milk. I definitely taste the Fruity Pebbles taste. It is sweet, but it's not real sweet. I like it. Look at that. Very creamy and very delicious. This is not a dry cake. It's yummy. So, I want to thank you all for visiting my channel and watching me make this Fruity Pebbles poke cake. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do, because next will be episode 5 of the Perfect Pokes. So I'm going to finish eating this. Actually, it's my breakfast. I made myself a cup of iced coffee, and it's pretty late morning. So I'm going to have this for my breakfast. It says you can't eat cake for breakfast. So anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you. You know how much I love you. Wouldn't have a channel without you. And it's not good enough to just subscribe. You have to watch my videos and give me a thumbs up, make a comment. YouTube loves those thumbs up. That's how they help to promote your channel. So anyway, have a great week, everyone. I'll be seeing you very soon. Toodles!